Hi everybody, I'm Kirsty Meakin from Neo Nails. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do a cool design that I did previously in a different video. We'll link that somewhere. By magic, Adam's going to go and show it you. But I'm going to show you how to do it. Gel polish. I told you I would. Here it is. So I'm fitting a sculpting form. We're going to do an almond shaped nail so it matches the rest and we can have like a comparison as well. Right, so we are now going to prime. We're going to dehydrate and prime this nail. So this is my magic, I don't know, crazy scientist voice. So today we are going to be mad scientists and we're going to dehydrate the living hell out of that nail. We don't want any oils at all in this nail. And now we're going to prime the nail, which will prepare it for the acrylic to be applied to the keratinized cells that we call the nail. Anyway, I'm Kirsty Meakin again now. Sorry, I must have had one of those moments where like somebody's spirit has taken over my body. Yeah.
You never know. It could be Stephen Hawking then. I'm sure his spirit can talk properly.
Oh, yeah? Just like that. That's how his spirit would talk. With this nail, I am just going to sculpt out with clear. The whole thing will be clear. It needs to be a clear nail. You could use a clear tip if you wanted to, and then put your clear acrylic on top. Or you can sculpt out just like I am. You can even do it with a top it. You could use a top it dual form with just clear to create your nail. So many options. So many options, darling. There are so many. Maybe I was a mad scientist in a previous life. Somebody said I was Southeast Asian in a previous life. Which would make sense because I speak fluent Mandarin. So I'm going to wait for that set up a tiny bit more and then I'm going to give it a pinch so we've got a gorgeous structure. Right, so let's take this sculpting form off. So if you've seen the thumbnail for this video, you know exactly what we're creating. If you haven't seen the thumbnail, I don't even know how you clicked the link to see this video. Because that's normally what happens, isn't it?
No, it does happen where people just stumble upon our channel through suggested videos.
Well, wouldn't they see the thumbnail to the video they're going to watch?
Nah, because it just clicks to the next video, doesn't it?
Ah, okay. Shall I show them? Well, we're going to do something like this. But we're going to use a gel polish. You see how this is transparent here? We're going to use a gel polish. So that's why we need a clear nail. Well, have you seen them silicone hands that you can get? You get these silicone hands, right? That are for doing nails on, and they look really realistic. I mean, they are fantastic. They look like a dead corpse, if I'm completely honest. But they're great for doing nails on. However, I do wonder where the idea came from for a silicone hand. There's a girl. We should really include this in the video. It's quite educational.
All right, okay.
There is a
a
girl on Facebook. I don't know her name because it's just a post that I've come across and seen, and who wanted to create her own silicone hand, because these silicone hands are like £200 for a silicone hand, which is like pretty expensive, isn't it? You know. Especially if people want to training and starting out and they want a silicone hand to train on. £200 quite a lot of money. So this girl wanted to do her own silicone hand. So what she did was she went to a place that sells sexy underwear. And they sell this thing called, I've got it screenshotted somewhere. Hold on.
Things where your fella puts his in it.
They're slick lips.
A what?
Slick lips.
Slick lips, it's called.
A net. That's just vulgar. Where is it? Right, I can go on screenshots, can't I, on my phone somewhere. Oh, what's it called? I can't find it. It's called something like make a silicone cast of a dingling.
Done it.
What?
It is something like that, called something like that. Broke it. Right, swiftly moving on. Tales of an Olympic gymnast, part 2.
This is going to be the funniest video.
You can't find the video.
Oh my God. I can't believe that you have done that and you broke the thing.
Broke it and all.
Is it not very? It's not very sturdy.
They're pretty sturdy. You bet.
So anyway, this thing that you can make a cast of your man's genitalia, and it comes with this silicone, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah. Oh my God! I can't believe that you've tried this. Yeah. So anyway, she used that to make her own silicone hand, and it actually turned out pretty good. And I thought, wow, what a fantastic idea!
We should do a video on that.
We should do. However, I don't know if my hands are pretty enough really to be making. I'd have to hire somebody. We'd have to get Adele in and get Adele do her pretty long fingers with her big long nail beds to come and be my model. I think so. Comment below if you think we should do a video of us casting a hand with silicone bought from the sexy underwear shop.
It's quite expensive, that stuff as well.
Was it expensive?
I think it's about £15.99.
Oh, no wonder it's snapped.
Plus delivery.
plus delivery in a brown paper bag. So, anyway, I'm going to wipe over with pure acetone. Make it all smooth. Right, so we have the mad scientist back, and the mad scientist is going to make a potion. We are going to mix this colour, which is chimney sweep. A little bit of chimney sweep. Now that looks black. It's a blacky grey. It's giving you another option. You can use just black, or you could use, a grey. And we need some of the Urban Graffiti top coat. Right, so I'm going to mix that grey into the top coat. You're going to mix it until you get a transparent grey. Then you're going to take a gel brush and we're going to put a couple of layers of this on. Pop that into the lamp. So as you put your second layer on, you can see that it's going to get darker.
I was going to sneeze and try and hold it in.
So she sneezed, and look what's happened.
I'm sorry. I was really trying to hold it in.
You brought like Australian flu back with you or something.
I think I may have done.
Right, if that happens, what you're going to do is get another gel brush, damp it with the gel residue wipe-off solution. So if your client sneezes all over you and gives you swine flu, if she sneezes and makes you jump while she moves, so you flood the cuticle, then you need to clean it out with a brush that has a little bit of the gel residue wipe-off solution on. So as you add more layers, it will start to get darker. So you can see you get that transparent finish, and also there is actually no sticky layer. And that's because we've mixed it with the Urban Graffiti top coat. However, because this hasn't got a sticky layer, we want the gel polish to stick to it because we're going to put a bit of white on, and it won't stick to it properly if it's just really shiny. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just abrase the top surface of this very lightly. Going to wipe over with the gel residue wipe-off solution just to clean that up. And we're going to get some of the white. I'm going to create a pattern. Going down the nail. Do you know what it looks like right now? A badger. Doesn't it?
A little bit.
Should we do a badger instead? Pop that in the lamp for me. We're going to do 2 coats of that colour. Just going to wipe over to take the sticky layer off. I'm wiping over with the gel residue wipe-off solution. I don't want no sticky layer. We are going to now use the Sharpies. This is the fun part. Got some gel residue wipe-off solution on my brush. Bam, 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 bam. Just keep adding that till you're happy with how it looks. Make sure you don't bleed on to here. So you don't bleed onto your transparent part. If you do, get your brush with the gel residue wipe-off solution off, and it'll just wipe it off. So now we need some black paint. I've got the Polycolour in black. I'm going to add the pattern. I'm going to top coat with the Urban Graffiti top coat. I'll seal everything in. Make sure you go right to the edges and tap the edges. You don't want it to start chipping. Pop that into the lamp. I'm just going to pop some stones on this one as well. Make it nice and sparkly. Just a bit of brush on glue to pop them on with. This one was done with acrylic and this one was done with gel polish. And when I say that, I mean that transparent sheer black was done in 2 different ways. We made a sheer acrylic for this one and we made a sheer gel polish for this nail. So which do you think gives the best effect?
I'm just on a postcard.
Put it against something like that so you can get the transparency of that. Let's get that. This one is the acrylic nail.
It's pretty much the same.
My God. I don't know if I can make a decision. This one's acrylic. This one's gel. I think it's cool that you can do it 2 different ways. So if you you might not have any black acrylic to make the sheer black acrylic powder. You know, you might not have that. You might have black gel polish and obviously top coat. So you could always do it that way. I think it's marvellous that you can do it 2 different ways. I wonder how the original designer of this design did it. Who knows? There you are, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Instagram. And I'll see you guys in the next video. In the what? In the next video. Bye. It's been a long day. Bye-bye, everybody.
Next time you say I'm going to link it, I'm just going to kind of point there. There it is.
There, it's there.
There.
Is that whereabouts it'll be?
Yeah, it'll be right there. There.
Where?
There.
With that
finger.
You're dead naughty. You're so naughty.
I know, I'm getting above my station, I know.
No, don't change. Stephen Hawking's spirit would talk just like that. We're going to get this little bit of fluff out of it. And still, I can see a bit of fluff in my acrylic, and it's driving me round the bend. Get out, I say. Sorry. Be quiet, I say.
I think that Lucasade's gone to your head.
I thought that was really good. I was impressed with that.
Was that good, though? I felt like I was not Stephen Hawking's, but don't know. Some real proper English, like crazy mad scientist.
Could you kind of move your hands, like your arms, so you're a bit straighter, if that's all right? Brilliant, thank you. Do you want me to move your chair a bit?
Can you just move so you're really uncomfortable? He may as well have just said.
And can you just bring our hand back onto the screen, if that's all right? Like, you know what I mean?
No, you know what I
mean? Seriously, man. And get your heat out of the way.
God almighty, I'll be bossed about. I don't think the mad scientist has this problem being bossed about when he's creating in his laboratory. Maybe I was a mad scientist in a previous life. Somebody said I was Southeast Asian. in a
Really?
previous life. Which would make sense because I speak fluent Mandarin. What?
Sorry, I'm just laughing about like when people try to speak languages, when they think they can speak language, but they can't really because all they're doing is just shouting in English very slowly so that the person can understand them. I've just got a picture of you in China doing that. McDonald's! Burger!
Show me the way to the nearest bar. I need a gin and tonic. Gin tonic.